good, y'all? This your boy Blak G 92. Now, even after working a relatively short shift today, I'm still kind of worn out because the sun, just be beating your boy's ass. For real. I had to rest for a while before I hop on back on here just to continue on finishing watching this video that Gulley boy put together, explaining how he listened to every Doechii project and claiming that she earned her spot, which I already said in my recent videos she definitely did and such. And also I got some other thoughts I will add on to her rise to fame, more so with the Grammy nomination, not Grammy nomination, but the Grammy win. Now, before I get started, I might go ahead and grab my phone real quick, see if it's over there somewhere, so I can look up anything that needs to be looked up, something I can have my information correct. I'll be right back. Damn, I got all these messages from the hip hop group chat I'm part of. Shout out to Woo. Shout out to Woo Pac. That's his little say Twitter X name. So unless he done put me onto the group chat when it first was launched and such. And shout out to you. And also not to mention, appreciate you for interacting with my post. And not only on my YouTube videos, but also in the not group chat, but also in the community tab. So anyway, let's get to this part 2. I rewinded a couple seconds back, so I can just pick up where I left off exactly. In about 3, 2, 1. Fuck. There you go.
Type of kids I'd hate. If I was the monster under your beds, you'd be the kids I'd hate.
Doechii then continues to provide interesting introspective songs, with the next track Black Girl Memoir. Her lyrics on this track reflect her hardships when it comes to being a black woman in her environment. The way that she describes her struggles is captivating, and she did a fantastic job painting vivid pictures for the listener. Another thing that's incredible is her delivery when she raps her verses. You can definitely hear the pain in Doechii's voice, as these things greatly affected her. One of my favorite moments on this track is the beginning where she explains certain things that help her escape this reality. This reflects the intro song, which involved her sitting in her room, fantasizing on how she wants her future to be. Another incredible thing about this track is that Doechii provides catchy performances throughout. Her singing vocals are fantastic, as it blends perfectly with her rap verses. Another thing that I like about this track is the overall vibe, as it has a therapeutic feel to it. This vibe also combines well with the concept, making this another perfect song on this project.
When I get older, I want the money and power so I can make it go away.
Okay.
The next track, God, is another example on this project that shows
talks about the God joint. I'm actually interested in checking out the remainder of that Black Girl Memoir song, because based on how he explained it as such, it got me interested, because I'm into those introspective type songs. You know what I mean? And plus, based on the snippet, sounds good, especially after she raps, she gets to the singing. I would say that she got a good singing voice. So if she wanted to do a full R&B album, hey, TDE could easily be like, hey, we want this R&B album. It'll be good for the fans. That'd be a market to tap into.
is Doechii's spoken word ability. Her poetry is interesting due to her philosophies. She explains her idea of what God is, which is quite intriguing. She states that God is everything, which she refers to as an unlimited supply. This refers to the things that she can achieve, such as her dreams and goals, along with things that she can obtain, such as material things. Another thing Doechii talks about with this idea of an unlimited supply is her creativity. She talks about having anxiety when it came to her being an artist, as she doesn't want to fail. But since God represents things that are unlimited, she feels like she can achieve things on a higher level due to her unlimited supply of creativity.
We must come to recognize that God is an unlimited supply and that everyone has access.
The next track, Something Real, is another flawless attempt from Doechii, and when I got around to this track, I was honestly shocked by Doechii's performances on this project, as they're absolutely incredible. She provides another captivating style, which involves her singing throughout. The vibe of this track is angelic, due to the joyful instrumental in Doechii's heavenly singing vocals. The concept is another thing that is amazing, as it reflects the joyful feel of this song incredibly. Doechii continues to motivate those who are chasing their dreams. She motivates them to keep going, as they have the potential to reach great heights.
Hey Joe, I've been missing you for a while. You look so beat down. You've been out.
The next track, What's Your Name, is
wish
a
I
really
could
good
help him.
upbeat track that has a fascinating build-up. Doechii provides another intriguing performance as she presents multiple flows. The beginning consists of her rapping with an intense style that involves her flowing effortlessly over the catchy production. After this, she provides a great singing performance, and her last flow involves her increasing the intensity, which also leads to the instrumental becoming intense. This song is executed greatly as it's extremely catchy. Doechii then concludes this EP with another motivation.
Now before he gets on that song, that last joint sounded, kind of, hard to get into. But if I listen to it in its entirety, probably with these headphones in, and it does sound. I mean, that has a good bass to it. But the beat is like, I don't know. I could definitely tell she's putting some effort with the rapping. The beat is kind of, like I said, kind of sounds somewhat over the place based on the snippet. But I'm interested in seeing how the rest of it sounds on my own time.
Song. I also feel like this track concludes the overall concept of this project as Doechii has reached her goals. She talks about how she grinded to get where she's at, and she's now in the position that she wants to be in. This is another song that also has that inspirational feel to it due to the production and Doechii's performance. She continues to bring forth a captivating style, which consists of a ton of creativity. She provides melodic flows along with rap flows on this track, and it all sounds great.
Too much Mac clutter?
Shut up. Shut up.
Just as I previously said, I feel like this EP was executed flawlessly due to the concepts, production, and Doechii's creative style. I have it as the best project in her catalog as its perfection. Her next EP may not have been perfect, but it's still really good. Doechii kicks her third EP, Braless, off with an intriguing, aggressive style. She showcases her rap ability a great deal throughout, and her performances are astounding. Another thing Doechii continues to do on this project is showcase her potential. It seems like Doechii provides new styles with each project, and this one is no different. The only flaws on this EP come from me not liking a performance from Doechii on one of the songs along with a guest feature that didn't do a great job matching well with her creative style. But although these flaws exist, I enjoyed this EP for the most part as Doechii showcased her versatility in a major way. The first track, PMS, does a phenomenal job showcasing Doechii's aggressive rap style on this project. The instrumental is also hard-hitting, which does a great job matching well with Doechii's performance. Doechii's aggressive flow also reflects the concept as she talks about her many hardships. Another element to the concept is her overcoming these hardships, which is not an easy task to do. By this not being a simple task for Doechii, it often stresses her out. This then leads to people asking her if she's okay, and she replies by saying that she's PMSing. This is a subtle way of her saying that her hardships are inevitable, which is similar to a woman going through her menstrual cycle. Her performance is absolutely incredible on this track, making this a flawless track in my opinion.
Balance my aggression with a glass of perfection, clearing out the section, sneaking out the wet.
Doechii continues with the aggressive performances on this project with the next track, Truth. This song also highlights a flaw that I had with this EP, as the featured artist Leo Canosa's performance didn't match well with Doechii's unique style. The positives of this track is the production and Doechii's performance. I like the simplistic feel of the beat, which consists of addictive melodic vocals within it. Doechii's performance is great throughout as she talks her ish within her lyrics. She talks about her undeniable status in the game, which includes her stunting on the competition. Although Doechii completely outshined the guest feature, his performance isn't bad on this track, but it's not anything to write home about either. Thankfully, his performance didn't ruin this song as he did a decent job.
Righteous live in the sun, promise a life prolific. I am the exhibit, the wombs gifted.
The next track, Shit, is an okay song that consists of Doechii bragging about herself. She says that she's the ish, due to her fashion sense and her ability to have great sex. I don't like her flow overall, as it has that overly animated feel to it. The instrumental is catchy, but this isn't a track that I'm dying to come back to, mainly due to Doechii's flow.
I'm the shit, I'm the and you about I'm the shit. Nigga turn the bits when he do it on the tip.
Doechii then concludes this project with another incredible performance. The song Girls consists of her presenting.
Now, I'll say this, the beat has a little, it's the type of beat you can, kind of low-key jerk to in a sense, or, get your walk on to, you know what I mean? It has a little bit of that West Coast ratchet vibe to it.
multiple intriguing flows, and she executes every style on this track amazingly. She starts off this track with a catchy melodic performance, which leads to her effortlessly flowing on the smooth production. She then concludes his track with a fast flow, which is absolutely incredible, as it also consists of her easily flowing on the beat. There is also an aggressive nature to her overall performance that greatly reflects the concept. Doechii talks about all of the evil mentalities when it comes to women. She talks about how they have the characteristics of jealousy and envy. Doechii skillfully explains how she deals with these women, which is another thing that combines well with all of the other elements of this track.
Cranking in my panties at the school, spitting the fellas. If you ain't part of the city, then you ain't picking your melons. If you ain't pitching your business, within your problem.
In conclusion, this was another great project from Doechii, as she continues to showcase immense versatility. She continued this on her final EP, She, Her, Blak B. She also has the ability to adapt to different genres that consist of the Afrobeat and R&B genre. Another great thing about this EP is the fact that Doechii performs exceptionally alongside the guest features. I don't think that there is a single bad performance on this project from Doechii, nor the guest appearances. The production is another thing that's fascinating about this project, as the instrumentals are highly creative. Another great thing about the production is that the creativity within them matches well with Doechii's unorthodox style. But although there is a ton of good about this EP, there wasn't a single track that blew me away, as I got the feel that Doechii was still developing with this project. Some tracks also seem entirely too short, as they had quite a bit to offer. There is also a song on this EP that didn't appeal to me overall, due to it leaning more towards a specific genre other than hip-hop. Another thing that's a bit underwhelming is the unique title of the EP doesn't lead to a unique concept. Before I started...
Yeah, that title kind of reads like a Twitter bio. I'm gonna be honest with you. The title, it kind of would made me not want to check it out, because it sounded like a Twitter bio. I would, like I said, Twitter or Instagram bio. I was like, and for the most part, people with that whole hashtag, whomever they identify as, like, if they have all them titles in their little handle, most of the time they're insufferable. So just want to say that maybe a nitpick. I might get around and listen to it though, because not the EP, not the album, but the EP might actually be something worthwhile. It's just title just threw me off, because it's, like I said, it looks like a Twitter bio of an insufferable person.
Listening to this EP, I thought Doechii was going to shed light on the title of this project, which showcases her pronouns. Although Doechii doesn't go in depth with the title of this project, she still highlights different aspects of the word bitch, which involves herself and other women. The most unique thing about the intro track Swamp is the instrumental, as it has a multitude of beat switches. All of them are intriguing, as they range from vibes of being calm and extremely hype. Doechii and Rico Nasty have great chemistry, as their styles are similar. Doechii showcases multiple flows and captivating voice changes. Her flow on the second instrumental is incredible, as she effortlessly raps over the energetic beats. Rico Nasty provides a hype style throughout, and she raps over the multiple instrumentals exceptionally as well. This song definitely has the ability to make your head nod, as it's full of energy. When I got around to the third track, B, I realized...
Now, before he says anything about this song, I could say Rico Nasty is hella underrated. I like Rico Nasty. I feel like she should be up there with the other female rappers, because her style is very, very unique. And I wonder if Gulley Boy's gonna cover Rico Nasty's body of work. I only heard her first time I ever heard her. I heard some songs off her earlier stuff. I haven't got around to it. But ever since I've heard of Rico Nasty's verse on the 2019 XXL freshman cover, I was sold. I was like, oh yeah, she's definitely the one right there, next one to blow.
Doechii has the fascinating ability to make her voice sound different. Her performance on this track also highlights the fact that she can dabble in different genres. The vibe of this song reminds me of something you'll hear universally on the radio, as it has a pop feel to it. With that being said, Doechii's performance is really good, and it's catchy overall. It consists of her providing a melodic flow to her rap verses, and it's a great combination. The concept of this track is another interesting thing about it, as Doechii talks about the many behaviors of women she classifies as the B word. The song Persuasive is the most popular track on this
Oh,
EP,
I heard this
and
song
it's another
too.
example of Doechii masterfully executing another genre. This song has an R&B feel to it overall. The instrumental reminds me of house music and the Afrobeat genre. Doechii's singing vocals work exceptionally with SZA's, and their performances are great.
Nah,
Although this
is
song
all
has
right
great elements, it doesn't sonically appeal to me overall. I can definitely acknowledge the appeal this track might have on others, as it has a pop feel. Just as I said before, this track is another instance that involves Doechii showcasing a different, intriguing style. I can definitely see why she's the star she is today because of this marketable ability. I'm definitely not mad at it, as it only highlights the fact that Doechii is highly talented. I could definitely hear this song being played on the radio. But as for it being added to my playlist, I'm going to have to skip as the elements within it don't have replay value for me.
I'm so sedated, and she's so persuasive. This isolation.
In conclusion, this is a great EP, as it continues to showcase Doechii's versatility. There was definitely a missed opportunity with the concept, as I believe Doechii could have talked more about the interesting title. But as we all know, her next full-length mixtape set the bar high, as she broke through the mainstream in a major way. Alligator Bites Never Heal is an incredible project, as Doechii took all of her abilities from her previous projects and executed them in a major way. She provides multiple intriguing styles, and her storytelling ability is phenomenal. The production is that of a hardcore boom bap feel.
I'm sorry for if I kept on laughing at Gulley Boy's little screenshots, man. But he looks so goofy doing that, bro. But hey, man, that's a good. Hey, what he's doing is funny, but also is a great way to catch people's attention while he's talking about the projects, like whether it's a tape, EP, or an album. So great marketing move on Gulley Boy.
Which greatly highlights her rap ability. There's also a therapeutic feel to this project, which involves Doechii experimenting with different flows, which continues to showcase her creativity. There are a ton of incredible tracks on this mixtape that continue to showcase Doechii's fascinating abilities. The intro track Stank of Poo did a phenomenal job kicking this off, as Doechii's low-tone flow blends incredibly with the production. Her wordplay and lyrics are interesting, as she tells her story through metaphors. She talks about her position as an entertainer, which ultimately feels like she doesn't do enough to reach the masses. Her performance on this track is amazing overall, making this a great way to start the album.
Pop my shit in a muscle relaxer, intergalactor, worldwide capper.
Denial is a River is another song that showcases Doechii's intriguing storytelling ability on this project. The instrumental is very catchy and has a joyful feel to it. I love Doechii's animated style, as it's very comedic, and her flow reminds me a lot.
I think the flow she used on this song works perfectly for like the whole storytelling, the story she's telling on this track, Denial is a River, and plus not to mention, this obviously was the one that stood out the most from the rest of the tracks on the album. Yeah, she had like a couple other songs that stood out, but the rest of them kind of blend together. You know what I mean? And I did say in my previous one, I felt like it was a good mixtape as such, a good way to bring her style to the mass, what she got to bring to the masses as such. So yeah, I can see why T.D.E. and Capital chose this song as a single, based on how catchy the beat is, and plus, like I said, it stood out from the rest of the tracks on here.
Nicki Minaj. Before this video, Alligator Bites Never Heal was the first project I listened to from Doechii, and I instantly noticed that Nicki Minaj was her biggest influence.
Oh yeah.
It's definitely noticeable on this track, which is
Very
a good thing, as
noticeable
Nicki Minaj is very creative and has many different styles. The concept is very interesting, as Doechii reflects on her life the past few years, which involves dark times and good times. From her accolades in music and her lover cheating on her, her performance on this track makes her lyrics engaging, which makes the listener interested in her story.
Remember old dude from 2019, nice clean nigga did me dirtier than laundry.
Doechii continues to showcase her versatility with tracks like Skip, which involves her presenting a melodic rap flow. The tracks Bloom and Alligator Bites Never Heal have that relaxing therapeutic feel that involve Doechii reflecting on the various hardships in her life. Although there's a ton of good on this project, there are songs that don't appeal to me. This is mainly due to the creative choices on these tracks. A perfect example of this is Doechii's unappealing style on the track Boom Bap. I don't like Doechii's animated style, and there are instances where she's yelling gibberish, which is probably due to the concept. Even if this is the case, gibberish. It's unappealing to me. Doechii talks about how people want her to rap with the boom bap aesthetic, which is that of a traditional MC. She states that she can easily do this style, which she has already proven on this album. Overall, I don't like all the random gibberish and screaming on this track. Nissan Altima is another example of this.
I know I keep on pausing, but man, my buddy, well, yeah, I could say he's my buddy, but yeah, Wupak like made a little post about it on this Twitter page, showing the first 12 seconds. I had the same reaction when I first heard that song Boom Bap. I was like, what the hell is this? And it came with the video, and the video's kind of all over the place. This random stuff kind of placed everywhere with the shots of her in the garage, in the little some parking garage, and green screen and such. It's like, I wonder what the hell is this the whole time. And like, I get the concept and everything and whatnot. I can appreciate it for trying something different, but yeah, this song was one of those things you just listen to when you want to hear something strange and weird. You know what I mean? Not something you just listen to because you enjoy it per se. I mean, it's decent for what it is, but yeah, I get it. That gibberish kind of throws you off.
Definitely understand the appeal of this track, but it isn't for me overall. There are 3 more examples of this, which isn't bad, as the majority of this mixtape is absolutely incredible. The good definitely outweighs the bad, and Doechii continues to impress me with her captivating style. For Doechii to have the 2nd best rated discography on my channel says a lot. She's literally everything someone could want in an artist, as she exudes multiple abilities. I had a great time listening to her catalog, as she brought forth something new each time. She told her story in intriguing ways, presented hardcore rap flows, incredible singing performances, and much more. I would go as far to say that Doechii is one of the best artists I've ever heard, and not just female.
Okay.
She honestly has the capability to be a mega star, and I'm rooting for her as she possesses the talent to do so. Her supposed antics don't bother me, and I honestly think the masses will forget about them if she continues to release quality music. I can't wait to hear the next project from Doechii, as I believe it's going to be absolutely incredible. With all that being said, this is another full discography review. Stay tuned for more, because I got a whole lot of rappers to cover.
Oh yeah, we see that. Alright, that's the second part of Gulley Boy's video, and explaining, this going over her entire discography thus far, and based on the score, I mean, definitely got me interested to check out the rest of her work, and it kind of brought me back memories when we started discussing the mixtape that won the Grammy, which I'll definitely address. And I'm surprised he didn't mention that, but yeah, like I said earlier, her mixtape is good. Now, did I feel like it deserved a Grammy? Now, personally, for me, I felt the Common and Pete Rock Auditorium Volume 1 should have won that Grammy. And on a limb, The Death of Slim Shady could have won that. But, like I said, but definitely that Common and Pete Rock should have won that, in my opinion. You feel me? But the best album won, the best project won, and plus, I'm sure there's probably some underhanded stuff going on with TDE. Probably made some. Not saying they paid for like that Grammy win. They probably made some calls, made sure, because Kendrick had the biggest year. He gave the cosign to Doechii since her mixtape got all these good reviews and people was talking about it. So that cosign that TDE may have made some calls like, hey, make sure so and so wins his Grammy and such. So that's just how I look at it in a sense. Part of me that is. So I don't want to say it like that, and based on the last point you just said, I definitely agree that she does have potential to be that next superstar. I mean, if the label knows what they're doing and make sure she picks out the best songs for her debut album, that's gonna really just blow the waters of like say what rap is supposed to be and such, and hopefully. So yeah, I definitely see she has superstar potential. Just gotta have the right songs and hope that the debut album improves on like what worked on the Alligator Bites Never Heal, and also leave out what didn't work on Alligator Bites Never Heal. That'd be nice to see. And plus, also agree with him when he said that if she does drop another project or another song, aside from that earworm of the track Society, not Society, but Anxiety. God damn, that song is so annoying. Oh boy, yeah, they gonna forget about them little controversies and them statements she made. So. Because they do that with every artist too. Like, each time artists say something that's say controversial or problematic. They drop a project or a song, people forget about it. They back dancing to it. The girls back on the club shaking their ass to the song, you know. So, hey, no, people are fickle like that. So, people are very fickle like that. Let's see, what was all that was on that list on the nominations, if I could find it, for best rap album. Because I did say, what's his name, the Pete Rock and Common joint should have won that, in my opinion. Yeah, it was rap album of the year. Let's see, what's the other ones on that list? I did say Death of Slim Shady. Let's see, where's this shit, man? Where is it at? Blah blah blah. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, I forgot what's his name. Of course we have "We Don't Trust You" and "Might Delete Later" by J. Cole, and I'm not losing sleep when J. Cole didn't win that one because he just put it out there to just remove that one song off of that shit because he a punk, and it would have been nice if a trap album won one, but then again, the "We Don't Trust You" I wasn't too impressed, and not to mention the only reason it really got a Grammy because of the Kendrick Lamar verse on Like That. So didn't lose sleep over that, but you know. But like I said, not every album that you want to win is gonna win, so it's whatever with me. So the person that had the most popularity, won and most hype and cosigns gonna win. So hey, hats off to her, and I wish her the best of luck in her career. And what was it? There's something else I want to talk about, but I forgot because I'm still kind of tired. But anyway, this video kind of went along long enough. I'm gonna go ahead and sign on out. Holla at your boy, and be sure to click on the social media accounts, description box, hit that like button, hit that notification button, hit that subscribe button, and let me know what you want me to react to in the next video. This is your boy Blak G 92 about to sign off. Holla at your boy. Peace.